Canada's best documented UFO case, the Falcon Lake incident. Canada's most famous UFO encounter left behind burns and questions. In the quiet wilderness of Manitoba, Canada, one of the most compelling and mysterious UFO encounters in history took place. On May 20th, 1967, Stefan Michalek, an amateur geologist, reported an extraordinary incident near Falcon Lake that left him physically burned and emotionally shaken. It would go on to become Canada's most well-documented UFO case, the Falcon Lake incident. And according to Stefan's son, Stan Michalek, co-author of the book When They Appeared, the aftermath of the encounter was nothing short of terrifying. I recalled seeing him in bed. He didn't look good at all. He looked pale, haggard. When I walked into the bedroom, there was a huge stink in the room, like a real horrible aroma of sulfur and burnt motor. It was all around, and it was coming out of his pores. It was bad. On that spring day in 1967, Stefan said he saw two cigar-shaped objects hovering in the sky, glowing with a reddish hue. One of them descended and landed on a flat section of rock just 45 meters away. That's about 120 feet away from him, transforming into a disc-like shape. The other remained in the air for a few moments before flying off. Fascinated, Stefan spent the next half hour sketching the object before deciding to get a closer look. And as he approached, he described the air growing warmer and heavy with the smell of sulfur. He also reported hearing a whirring of motors and a hissing noise like air escaping under pressure. To his astonishment, a door opened on the side of the craft, revealing brilliant lights and the sound of muffled voices inside, voices that sounded distinctly human. He tried calling out in English, offering mechanical help. Thinking the craft might be in distress, the voices stopped abruptly, but no one responded. Stefan described the exterior of the craft as smooth metal with panels of flashing, multicolored lights, and as he got close enough to touch it, the craft suddenly began to rotate counterclockwise. Without warning, he was hit in the chest by a blast of hot air or gas that knocked him to the ground and set his shirt and his cap on fire. Disoriented, burned, and nauseous, Stefan stumbled back through the forest, vomiting as he went. He eventually returned to his motel in Falcon Lake, and then caught a bus back to Winnipeg. And when he arrived at a hospital, doctors treated him for burns on his chest and stomach, injuries that later developed into a grid-like pattern of raised sores eerily matched the shape of the craft's exhaust vent. The Falcon Lake incident remains one of the most credible and chilling UFO cases on record, thoroughly investigated by both Canadian and U.S. authorities. And this is on Collective Spark. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.